I want to talk about this talk. Stop doing what holds back. The important thing is that we have action that we do. It hinders our progress. And I get it. We have this moment we find ourselves stuck repeating the same mistakes over and over and over again. Well, it's time to break that. We have to break that cycle. I got 6 things I want to go with. And let's start with number 1, comfort zone. Sometimes we find ourselves staying in familiar territory where we're so familiar with it that we do not want to leave it. And the thing that I realized, and I want to use a metaphor. Look at, like, you have a bird, and say you clean the bird cage out. You notice the bird just want to come out when you clean the cage, so he stays in the cage. So this one day you leave and go to work, right? And the cage is accidentally left open. But the bird decides it sees the cage open, but it won't go outside the cage because it's comfortable where it's at. Bird does not want to be uncomfortable. Same as individuals. They do not want to leave their comfort zone. You have to take a chance. I get it. Being comfortable is okay, but you need to learn to be uncomfortable. This is where the growth, being uncomfortable is where the growth is. This is when you're going to grow. This is when you're going to start to move a mountain when you get outside your comfort zone. Because now you're uncomfortable, so you got to do. You have no options at that point because you have to do what you need to do at this point. And let me tell you, let's go to the second thing I want to talk about. It's called the wrong path. Are you chasing someone else's dream, living by society's rules? Let's take the first one. Are you chasing other people's dreams? And the reason I say that, because I've seen so many kids where their parents are trying to relive their dreams through their kids. And so let me just tell you a story from my childhood growing up. Back in that little town of Lewisburg, North Carolina, we had a lot of baseball going on all throughout the year. There was always baseball camps, baseball teams playing baseball. We had all different leagues. But this kid that I played with, and I won't call his name, but his father was ruthless. His father would actually come on the field and smack this kid in front of everybody. Back then, nobody said nothing to anybody because the way the time it was. He would smack him. If you miss another ball again, I'll do it again. If he was pitching, same thing. This stuff went on and on, almost through high school, where I noticed the kid just stopped playing. He just stopped playing baseball because he knew his father wanted to play in the major league, so he wanted to live his dream through his son. So I guess his son figured it out. Why not I live my own dream? Why not I make my own path in life, you know? And sometimes we as individuals, we cannot live our dreams through our children. It's their time to dream. Our dream, visions, stuff like that, it's over. Move on. Let them have their fun in the sun. Let them dream big. Let them have their own dream. And that's just something that kind of caught my eye. And let's talk about this next one, fear or failure. But the thing about failure, it's not fatal. You can recover from it. The thing about fear, and when you do fail, all of this is feedback to let you know, hey, this didn't work. Let's try something a little bit different. Let's try a little bit harder to accomplish what we're trying to accomplish. So that can be done, but you can't give up. I kind of think back at something, and this is something I want to talk about. Just think about the Wright brothers. Say if they was afraid to build the airplane and it failed, we wouldn't be where we are now when it comes to getting on airplane. Then we have to look back to the past when the airplanes did, when they was actually designing it, they had the foot pedals to make the wings go up and down, flap the wings up and down. So could you imagine if they was not successful, where we would be now? We didn't have planes. I wouldn't want to be on one of those planes with the wings flapping, but I'm just saying. Think about it. They failed. They probably failed several times, but they kept getting back up, until they finally got it, get it stabilized. Then once they got it stabilized to get it up in the air, then somebody else took over and kept inventing it. This is part of failure. It happens, so just embrace it and use it as a stepping stone to your success. This next one is kind of crazy. It's my number 4, toxic relationships. Toxic relationships are horrible. I need you to surround yourself people who can uplift, who can level you up, that can take you to the next level. Cut ties with people who drains your energy. You know somebody in your circle that draining your energy? Get rid of them immediately, because they're never drain you down. They're gonna kill your dreams, all the hopes that you have. They're gonna remove all that from you. Choose your relationships with people who's gonna empower you. If you, male or female, are in a relationship that individual does not empower you, it's time to move on. You can't stay in that relationship. And I've said this over 1,000 times. It's like you have this plant in your home. You know the plant is dead, but you continue to water it, and you try to make sure it will grow, but you know it's not going to grow. Toss it out. Same thing with a relationship. If that person is toxic, they're not empowering you, get them out of the relationship. Do not waste time keeping them around you. They're not going to help you become successful. That's just like, just call it like we said. Love it or hate it. That's part of life. My next thing is called, this is crazy. I say being lazy, but I call it procrastinating. Stop procrastinating. We all have a tendency where we know something needs to be done, but we procrastinate. Instead of doing it right then, you say, well, I'll wait till tomorrow. No. Number 1, because tomorrow's not promised to you. Let's get that out. Number 2, you should have went on and done it right then while it was fresh in your mind and got it over with. Take steps to change. Just my thing is simple. Focus on something that's doable. If it's something that's small you know can do it. Get it out your way. Don't drag stuff on from day to day and let it linger on, because sometimes things you really need to handle cause you some serious trouble. It can cause you a lot of headache. And matter of fact, not only that, it can cause you money, cause you time, cause you your dreams, and also your opportunities in life. That's what procrastination does to you. You have to change. Get up. Don't be lazy. Go do what you need to do. Don't put it off to the next day or the next day. Just do it. Do it in smaller increments. Is that what you want to do? Just say, I'm going to do this right now. Do this right now till you get it done. That's how you got to make this thing happen. The sixth thing, habit of self-doubt. I was reading, I think this little quote by a lady. Her name was Susie Kism, something like that. I pronounced her last name too well. She said something in a quote that was very important to me. Doubt kills more dreams than failure will ever. This is what she said. You can't doubt yourself. If you replace self-doubt, self-belief. How about doing it? Let's do it like, replace it with self-belief. When negativity stuff creeps in your mind, you got to say to yourself, I am capable of doing great things. You have to say that to yourself, because you are capable of great things. Don't allow that self-doubt to creep in your mind. Block it out and put in self-belief that you know you can do. Believe in you when nobody else does. And I want to kind of end this like this. In the precious moment, I urge, stop doing what holds you back. Embrace change. Face fear. And I want you to rewrite that story to be your story. Embrace. Take care.